Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Wednesday, February 2nd, and this local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. Palm Coast Interim City Manager Denise Bevan wraps up a year's worth of work on the Northeast Florida Economic Resilience Task Force, working alongside regional leaders to develop a COVID-19 economic recovery plan.
Serving on the task force was just a great honor. Really enjoyed working alongside leaders of the region, Northeast Florida Regional Council professionals, and truly subject matter experts. What helped on a local level was understanding the regional challenges and translating that into local impacts here in Flagler County. Really enjoyed it, and again, very much honored to participate in the task force and its accomplishments. What helped on a local level was understanding the regional challenges and translating that into local impacts here in Flagler County. With developing this plan, you first have to understand what it translates into for the region. And those subject matter experts and having the professionals networked on what those impacts were. And you really had to start with that foundation to develop a recovery plan that has strategies and objectives to arrive at a solution.
Mayor David Alfin congratulated Bevan and thanked her for her service on the task force.
This pandemic has brought with it unprecedented times, and the contributions of Ms. Bevan, both in her role on the task force and as our interim city manager, have been valuable to our city to keep us moving forward. Onward and upward.
Bevan took over the city manager's job on an interim basis in June of last year. A Flagler Beach business owner is pushing for more environmentally friendly policies.
John Lugerai, president of the Flagler Beach Business Bureau and owner of Oceanside Beach Bar and Grill, wants to see a styrofoam ban.
Just watching the costs rise on all the disposables just doesn't make sense. We spend all this money on stuff that's not good for the environment because it is the most affordable, but we want to do what's right. Our biggest thing is positivity, coming together, and more importantly, we live on the beach. We want to be the best and most environmentally friendly beach we can be.
Lugerai also wants to launch a unified effort to go green in the beach town.
We want to design something that looks great, that's great for the environment, that each shop, retail, business, restaurant can all use together to show that, hey, we're united for a great cause. And to go green, what better way to show that than by using stuff that's good for our beaches?
He says right now they're in the research phase looking for a biodegradable product that will truly be good for the environment. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Flagler Schools names its Employee of the Year.
Judy Gallo is area manager for food and nutrition services and says that she was surprised by the honor.
It's really an honor. It's kind of overwhelming in a way. I'm very appreciative, but like I said, it's kind of weird because I feel like I'm just doing my job and what I'm supposed to be doing. But I guess it's nice to be recognized. It really is.
Gallo says food service changed a lot due to COVID-19.
Not only myself, my staff and a lot of the employees, the past couple of years has been really difficult with COVID. The school shutting down, a lot of the kids doing remote learning, but we still continued to feed the children through off-site feeding. We packaged breakfasts and lunches for a week's worth for the kids, and the parents would drive through in their cars and we would load it into their cars. So it was, to make sure that they're fed. And we did that throughout this whole COVID.
And supply chain issues added an additional challenge.
Having to change menus and having to say, all right, we're going to do this today or we're going to have this week. And then when the truck comes in, we're not getting that item, so we have to switch it.
Gallo now represents Flagler Schools for statewide honors. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
A sexual predator is sentenced to more than 2 decades behind bars.
A judge has sentenced 44-year-old Aaron Dwayne Carpenter of Mobile, Alabama to 3 felony sex offenses involving a teenage girl dating back to 2018. One of the incidents took place at a Flagler County hotel in September of 2020. Sheriff Rick Staley.
An Alabama man found that you don't come to Flagler County and take the innocence away from a child. We pray the child receives the help that she needs while this guy rots in jail.
Carpenter received a 23-year sentence in the Florida Department of Corrections for 3 felony sex offenses. Upon completion of his sentence, Carpenter will be placed on lifetime sex offender probation and designated as a sexual predator. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
The Flagler Youth Substance Abuse Prevention Forum happens in less than 2 weeks.
Organizer Brian Sudrain says it'll feature several prominent speakers.
We will have an intro from Mayor Alfin, and then we'll have Sheriff Rick Staley, Michelle Carter, someone from Flagler Health Plus, Cynthia Lane, and Judge Perkins as our panelists. And then we've made it so there's a large Q&A section at the end, so a lot of the organizations that they'll be able to shine light on what they do through a question, and it's going to be live streamed.
Sudrain said the JCC is working on a marketing campaign that includes getting teachers to come to the event.
So obviously the teachers is the best way to get students engaged because they know who's going to be interested and they know how to reach their students.
Listen to Lifeline on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 9 and anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow the hope is for an eye-opening event. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.